very central location, arguably the most renowned building on campus for Cal Poly Pomona is the CLA. Cal Poly Pomona has fostered great minds like Forrest Whitaker, who's known for his forward-thinking films for African Americans. Forrest is not the only minority activist. There's groups on campus dedicated to the advancement of Latino people, such as the Mexican American Student Association. This group does not represent a minority population at this school. They represent nearly 42% of the population of students. This group not only advocates for Latino culture, but also aims to help them advance in education as well by increasing graduation rates and helping them succeed in school overall.
In order to find out how Latino culture is ingrained in our school's foundation, we wanted to interview several people with Latino backgrounds. We will ask them a series of questions regarding their thoughts on how Latinos are promoted at this school, and how the diversity of the school adds to the culture being created by the melting pot of backgrounds that we have at Cal Poly Pomona.
Alright, I am here with, please guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Araceli. I'm Sammy.
And I'm going to ask them a few questions about Latino culture here at Cal Poly Pomona.
Yes.
So to start it off, I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
And do you guys think that Cal Poly Pomona has a distinguished Latino culture, or is it kind of just like carried through in the Southern California atmosphere?
I definitely think that Cal Poly has a lot of great resources to offer for Latino culture. What do you think? I think it's very diverse. I think they represent us very well. I don't find a complaint in Cal Poly Pomona.
All right, and do you guys think that the school does a good job of supporting Latino culture? Maybe like putting on events or something like that?
Absolutely. I've been attending a lot of events. I've been joining clubs that support Hispanic and Latino cultures. And I just overall think that I'm very well welcome here. I think especially the Masa Center has a lot to offer, including their Dia de los Muertos celebration that they put on the other day. I thought it was a very great representative of Hispanic culture and what it represents, with like a traditional dance that they did in the beginning, and just a lot of ofrendas where all the kids were allowed to go ahead and set pictures of their loved ones that have departed. It's a great experience. Definitely.
Did you guys see any other people that came from different ethnic backgrounds there?
Definitely, yeah. So it wasn't just Hispanics. It was very diverse, like different cultures, different ethnicities, races. It was also just a great representation of how the Hispanic culture is very welcoming. Exactly. Because they allowed everyone to come on in and just experience and get to really understand our culture. Absolutely, yeah.
So we're very close to the Mexican border.
Yes.
And we know that there's a lot of Hispanic people here.
Yes.
Were you guys aware that the school is comprised of 42% people that are Latino backgrounds?
I actually did not know that. I knew that. Yes. I knew that. Yes. But I just know the school overall is very diverse. I didn't know the exact percentage, but that's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty cool. It's really a great thing in my perspective.
That makes the Latino people majority at this school, actually.
Majority.
Well, the president is a government person, obviously, and our school is actually government owned.
Yes.
So how do you think that our school differs in representation of Hispanic people and how they depict them?
Although our school is government owned, I believe that they have their own perspective on how the world should be. Just because the government gives money to our school and supports it does not mean that they have to follow all of the beliefs of maybe the current president or other people in office. Definitely, and I think our president of the school has even expressed that diversity and everyone's welcome here. Definitely we don't stand by his beliefs or anyone that is in any way very mean towards different ethnicities, races, cultures. So yeah, we're very welcoming, and our president has even expressed that. So I think we're fine.
All right, thank you guys so much for giving us your time.
Of course, thank you for having us.
Yes, and I hope you guys have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you too.
What do you identify as ethnically?
I identify as Latino.
But what country do you originate from?
Brazil, so Brazilian.
So, you do consider yourself as a Latino person here in America.
Yes.
Although in Brazil, you consider yourself as Brazilian, obviously.
Oh.
You're fluent in Portuguese, is that correct?
That's correct.
So, how does it feel to be identify as Latino in this country? Technically, it's not represented as Latino by the American government, but it is. You still identify as that because you come from similar origins as other Latino countries in the South America. You know.
I feel like being Latino in the United States I feel actually very represented because it's such a diverse country. I've always been surrounded by other Latinos
Yeah.
and or people from Latin origins, so I actually feel very represented, and it doesn't feel that different.
Okay.
Hello there, I'm Grant Harmony. I'm here today with Nelson Scott. We're going to be talking about Latino culture at Cal Poly Pomona. Alright Nelson, so before we get started, can you tell me a little bit about your nationality?
Yeah, so I'm half white and I'm half Mexican.
What major are you?
Computer science.
Computer science, alright. Do you feel like there's a lot of computer science majors that are Latino?
I wouldn't say there's a lot. There's definitely a diverse group. I wouldn't say there's a majority of it. Maybe like 1/4, like a quarter, computer science.
Were you aware that 42% of the Cal Poly Pomona population is actually Latino?
I actually wasn't, so that's pretty impressive to me.
Yeah, that didn't have any factor in you choosing Cal Poly.
No, that wouldn't. I chose Cal Poly because of the major standpoint.
Do you think that Cal Poly Pomona has a distinguished Latino culture?
I would say yes, because I know a couple of people in Hermanos and those kind of like cultural clubs, so I would say there is a distinguish.
Okay. Do you ever go to the Mexican American Student Association?
I actually haven't so far.
Do you feel that the Mexican American Student Association is reaching out to our Latino students as much, or do you think there's more that they can do?
I do feel there is more they can do. I don't really see it advertised as a possible resource that much in the school, which is why I'm not too familiar with it.
We learned from several interviews that the Mexican American Student Association isn't really well known across campus. However, we are still glad to hear that people are celebrating and embracing their culture that they have grown up with.